Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. In this video, we will talk about FTX collapse is now the time to buy crypto. So make sure to watch the full video. Cryptocurrency exchange FTX filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection on November 11, 2022, after a swift fall from grace. The company's valuation plunged from $32 billion to bankruptcy in a matter of days, dragging down founder and CEO Sam Bankman-Fried's $16 billion net worth to near zero. FTX's collapse shook the volatile crypto market, which lost billions in value, dropping below $1 trillion. 3. The consequences of FTX's rapid decline and collapse will likely impact cryptocurrencies well into the future and could even drag down broader markets. On November 16, 2022, a class action lawsuit was filed in a Florida federal court, alleging that Sam Bankman-Fried created a fraudulent cryptocurrency scheme designed to take advantage of unsophisticated investors from across the country. Other celebrities named in the lawsuit include Steph Curry, Shaquille O'Neal, Shohei Ohtani, Naomi Osaka, Larry David, and Kevin O'Leary, who allegedly helped Bankman-Fried facilitate the plan. The U.S. House Financial Services Committee said it will hold a hearing in December 2022 on the FTX collapse. Launched by Bankman-Fried when he was just 28, FTX became one of the largest crypto exchanges in just 3 years, with a valuation of $32 billion. Bankman-Fried used aggressive marketing, including a Super Bowl ad campaign and the purchase of naming rights to the home of the Miami Heat basketball team. He became known for his political lobbying and donations, as well as for working to support the cryptocurrency industry more broadly. As values plunged in early 2022, he facilitated deals totaling about $1 billion to bail out cryptocurrency companies struggling as a result of declines in token prices. What happened to FTX? FTX's collapse took place over a 10-day period in November 2022. The catalyst for the crisis was a November 2 scoop by CoinDesk that revealed that Alameda Research, the quant trading firm also run by Bankman-Fried, held a position worth $5 billion in FTT, the native token of FTX. The report revealed that Alameda's investment foundation was also in FTT, the token that its sister company had invented, not a fiat currency or other cryptocurrency. That prompted concern across the cryptocurrency industry regarding Bankman-Fried's company's undisclosed leverage and solvency. Binance says it will sell FTT tokens. Binance, the world's biggest crypto exchange, announced on November 6 that it would sell its entire position in FTT tokens, roughly 23 million FTT tokens, worth about $529 million. Binance CEO Changpeng CZ Zhao said the decision to liquidate the exchange's FTT position was based on risk management, following the collapse of the Terra Luna crypto token earlier in 2022. 10-11. FTX liquidity crisis and Binance deal. By the next day, FTX was experiencing a liquidity crisis. Bankman-Fried attempted to reassure FTX investors that its assets were stable, but customers demanded withdrawals worth $6 billion in the days immediately following the CoinDesk report. Bankman-Fried searched for additional money from venture capitalists before turning to Binance. The value of FTT fell by 80% in 2 days. On November 8, Binance announced it had reached a non-binding agreement to buy the non-U.S. business of FTX for an undisclosed sum, effectively the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, bailing out its close rival. Binance cancels deal to bail out FTX. The promise of a rescue was short-lived, as Binance backed out of the deal a day later. On November 9, the exchange said that it would cancel the FTX deal after corporate due diligence raised concerns about the mishandling of customer funds, among other issues. FTX assets frozen and other implications. On November 10, the Bahamas securities regulator froze the assets of FTX Digital Markets, FTX Bahamian subsidiary, following news that Bankman-Fried was seeking up to $8 billion in capital to bail out the exchange. On the same day, the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation announced that it had initiated an investigation of FTX. Bankman-Fried apologized the same day for the liquidity crisis and admitted on Twitter that FTX's non-U.S. exchange had insufficient funds to meet customer demands. Bankman-Fried said that poor internal labeling caused FTX to miscalculate leverage and liquidity. In the same thread, he said Alameda would wind down trading. Bankman-Fried steps down as CEO. FTX files for bankruptcy. Bankman-Fried stepped down on November 11 as CEO of FTX, replaced by John J. Ray Iuli, who led energy trading firm Enron through bankruptcy proceedings years before. 18. FTX filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection the same day, revealing that roughly 130 other affiliated companies were also part of the proceedings. The bankruptcy filings indicated that FTX had assets in the range of $10 billion to $50 billion and liabilities in the range of $10 billion to $50 billion. Unauthorized transactions on FTX. Within hours of filing for bankruptcy, FTX said it was the victim of unauthorized transactions and that it would move its digital assets to cold storage for security purposes. 20. Outside analysts said they suspect that about $477 million was stolen from FTX in the suspected hack. The Bahamas takes control of FTX digital assets. The Securities Commission of the Bahamas, SCB, took control of cryptocurrency assets held by bankrupt exchange FTX on November 18. The SCB said it instructed Bankman-Fried to move crypto assets to the regulator's wallet to protect creditors. Future of FTX and consequences of collapse. The future of FTX as a cryptocurrency exchange is in serious jeopardy. As of mid-November 2022, withdrawals are disabled, and a notice on the FTX website says the company strongly advises against depositing. The broader consequences of the FTX fiasco for the cryptocurrency industry will also take time to unfold. As the largest collapse in the short history of cryptocurrencies, FTX may further deter investors who are already cautious because of concerns about stability and security. Customers on the FTX platform may not recover their assets, potentially triggering legal action. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and other regulators may see the collapse of FTX as justification for tightening regulatory scrutiny of cryptocurrencies, and Congress may be more inclined to step in and create new laws governing digital tokens and exchanges. This stunning collapse of the third-largest exchange by volume will send shockwaves through the crypto universe for some time. Crypto lender BlockFi paused client withdrawals on November 11, 2022, and rumors indicate it may have a dicey future. Crypto.com saw withdrawals increase from November 12 to 13, 2022. Genesis Global Capital halted customer withdrawals from its crypto lending unit, and that is likely just the beginning of the collateral damage. How did FTX fail? FTX filed for bankruptcy on November 11, 2022, after a surge of customer withdrawals earlier in the month. CEO Sam Bankman-Fried admitted that the company did not have sufficient assets in reserve to meet customer demand. Did FTX get hacked? Within hours of filing for bankruptcy, FTX was hacked. The exchange noted unauthorized transactions that may have stolen close to $500 million in assets and which were spotted by Elliptic. The hacker continued to drain wallets for several days using what analysts called on-chain spoofing. The hacker reportedly then invested those funds into other ETH. What will happen to FTX? As of mid-November 2022, the securities regulator of the Bahamas has frozen FTX's assets, and the company is strongly advising against customer deposits. Other regulatory investigations are ongoing. Also, civil lawsuits are being filed. In one such class action lawsuit, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried is named along with several celebrities who had promoted FTX in the past, including Tom Brady, Larry David, Naomi Osaka, Shaquille O'Neal, and Steph Curry. Here are 4 other lessons for investors from FTX downfall. 1. Know the risks of where you're holding cryptocurrency. Kevin Lum, a CFP and founder of Foundry Financial in Los Angeles, works with younger investors and said about 50% of his clients hold crypto in some form. While he doesn't necessarily think clients need to reduce their exposure, he said they need to understand where digital currency is held and the possible risks of keeping assets there. I think the collapse of FTX will end up being good for traditional finance companies like Fidelity who are entering the crypto space, because they come with a certain level of trust, Lum said. Earlier this month, Fidelity Investments announced plans to launch a commission-free crypto product, allowing investors to buy and sell Bitcoin and Ether. The FTX collapse has also renewed interest in cold storage, or taking digital currency offline, making it less susceptible to hacks. However, the move makes assets less liquid and harder to trade quickly. 2. Diversification is always important. Whether you're investing in stocks, cryptocurrency, or other assets, experts say a large percentage of a single holding can be risky. Diversification is always important, said George Gagliardi, a CFP and founder of Coromandel Wealth Management in Lexington, Massachusetts. For individuals who had a very high allocation to cryptocurrencies, whether in FTX or not, the crypto price crashes this year were a painful lesson in the importance of diversifying one's investment classes, he said. Since topping an all-time high of $68,000 in November 2021, the price of Bitcoin has plummeted by more than 3/4, dropping below $17,000 as of November 17. The FTX collapse should be a lesson that any individual company, be it a crypto exchange or more traditional business, can go bankrupt in times of distress, said Kevin Brady, a CFP and vice president of WealthSpire Advisors in New York. When weighing portfolio allocations, he said, 5% of a single asset starts to be material, and 10% is very concentrated. Of course, there may be mitigating circumstances for some investors. 3. Expect more crypto regulation. There's been an ongoing debate about how cryptocurrency should be classified and regulated, and it has intensified amid the FTX fallout. Sens Cynthia Lummis, RYO, and Kirsten Gillibrand, DNY, in June introduced a bill to create a regulatory structure for digital currency, defining the majority of assets as commodities such as gold or oil, which are overseen by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Experts say the FTX meltdown may accelerate these discussions and speed up the timeline for future guidelines. I think we're going to see regulations, said Ivory Johnson, a CFP and founder of Delancey Wealth Management in Washington. And I think these bad business models will go away. House Financial Services Committee Chairwoman Maxine Waters, D. Califf, and the ranking Republican, Rep. Patrick McHenry of North Carolina, on Wednesday announced plans for a bipartisan hearing in December to investigate FTX's collapse. While Congress will ultimately decide how government agencies may regulate cryptocurrency, Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler has been pushing for tighter rules. Investors need better protection in this space, he told CNBC's Squawk Box on November 10. 4. Back up your crypto transaction records. Regardless of where you're holding digital currency, experts suggest downloading your transaction history periodically. Gathering reporting documents is one of the most difficult parts of crypto taxes, said Andrew Gordon, tax attorney, CPA, and president of Gordon Law Group. And if an exchange closes down, you'll still need records to file your return, he said. 2 weeks ago, very few people suspected FTX would be facing this, Gordon said. Plus, you'll have a better feel for your profits and losses by tracking throughout the year, he said, making it easier to trim your bill with strategies such as tax loss harvesting. It will put you in a much better position when tax time comes, he said. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.